President Muhammad Buhari was campaigning, and they said he's
no,
a very...
I'm not taking you back.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish, sir. Let me take your mind back to 2015 when President Muhammad Buhari was campaigning.
Yes.
You know, he was seen as a very, prudent man who, since he left office, has not amassed wealth. He had only a certain number of... No, but I'm just trying to... You know, the way you are talking...
The issue here is that...
No, hold on.
Okay.
The way you are talking takes us back to how the masses, this Talakawas, recognized and keyed into the campaign, and we saw a movement back then. Do you want to compare that to what is actually happening?
The issue is that you cannot fault Buhari on that angle.
Okay.
Even though he had no political will to do certain things, as a person, the way he carries himself in office is to be emulated. But apart from that, he had not been able to put his feet down and do the right thing. Nepotism here and there, using only those he feel are his people, that had been his bane. That had even having the political will to fight terrorists. Those are the things that I would say marred his regime. But coming to his person, as a person, every Nigerian will agree that this man looks good as a human being. So Obi coming in from that direction too, is not just his qualification. It's not about having one cloth or having one shoe, but this man writes only on economy class whenever he flies, only on economy. He can't make him with anything to go to business class or something. So
how would that translate for Nigeria's good? I mean,
because Nigeria needs a man who is prudent enough to cut down on spending, government spending, run a smaller government, to save money. The money Nigeria is wasting on governance is far more than the money that will be used for people's good.
Many economists would opine. Many economists would opine that we can spend our way out of where we are right now. Because if you spend and it triggers a whole lot of economic activities
spending
and employment.
In the right direction?
Yes, exactly. There is spending in the right direction.
When you are talking of spending, where are you spending? Are you spending in the right direction?
I think that's the right question to ask then. But not just saving money. Because if you have money, what's the essence when a country needs to spend its way out of recession or out of
I had Dati, Ahmed Dati, his running mate. He said, what you expect in the first 3 months is that there will be building of infrastructures everywhere. That is the right way to spend. Not spending with your people, not spending with their cronies. Building bridges, roads, everywhere. Building the infrastructure, making sure that the power sector is restored, that Nigerians will no longer be shouting up NEPA here and there. Making sure that there is power, steady power supply. These are the way you build, and it will affect the masses positively. But when you are spending recklessly, like what we saw at the primaries of the two parties that we're talking about now, you saw the way dollars were, after that, dollars shot up. So with all these records that these people are coming with, mere announcing that any of them is the winner of 2023 election, we shut up the dollars even to 1,000 or more than 1,500 per dollar.
No, let's not go there, please.
No, I'm telling you.
Let's not go
there. The investors are listening. They are watching. They have seen the records of these people. They have seen that Peter Obi is a prudent man whom, if you give Nigeria to manage today, we make things better. We build Nigeria to an extent that every Nigerian will be proud.
Let's not take away the Nigerian factor. And as much as I hate to say this, I don't like it. I don't like a Nigerian factor because it always connotes negativity, and I think it's wrong. We should be able to, trample
negativity there?
No, I'm coming to a point. Okay. The truth is, many people who I've talked to, have interacted to, have seen, whether on social media and in the public space, up to now, unable to make up their minds about who would be the rightful person for them to choose. They're still watching
stuff. To the right person.
Hold on. And that is because during campaigns, we're always listening to very fantastic ideas, campaigns, manifestos. But at the end of the day, Nigerians always end up getting disappointed after putting up high hopes in some of these candidates. And now, what's the guarantee that, the 2023 presidential election is going to be different? You respond to that right after this commercial.
Stimulating talk. Nigeria Info, your number one for talk. Let's talk.
Dreaming of becoming a professional screenwriter, video editor, an OAP, or a thriving entrepreneur in the music, cultural, and creative industries? Visit www.wazobia.academy to sign up for a training course that suits your interest and get trained online for highly subsidized fees by leading local and international experts. You could be eligible for an internship opportunity. You can access the training on your mobile phones without data right after the first download and study at your own pace. Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead. Terms and conditions apply.
Mall of Fame Nigeria presents Future Kids Competition and Awards 2022. Submit a creative and innovative advert video or skit about your school and country and win big at the Future Kids Oscar Awards, the first children's Oscars ever. To participate, go to www.malloffamenigeria.com.ng or call 090-614-85066. Competition is open to preschool, primary, and secondary schools. Proceeds from the Oscar Awards will support Autism Foundations. And remember, be epic.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
All on the table, as plain as it can be.
The conversations you want to get involved with,
And the ones you shouldn't.
no hold barred.
Only on your number one station for talk. 95.1 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to the Sunny Side with Swap.
This is Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
I'm seated this afternoon with Mr. Innocent Peace-Udochukwu. He is the national coordinator of Peter Obi Mandate Group. Of course, we know his thoughts will be tilted more in favor of Peter Obi. But then, of course, we're trying to play the devil's advocate here and trying to bring a balance to this whole discussion. And thank you, Mr. Peter, for being Mr. Innocent, for being here this afternoon.
Peter.
All right, so I asked the question before.
To answer his name.
Yes, I talked about how Nigerians often, get very hyper excited during the campaigns, but then end up getting disappointed when these people assume office. How do you think that will pan out for us in 2023?
I don't think so. Let me tell you, I think Nigerians have found their president. I think in 2021, IBB said it, I found a Nigerian president. He's below 60 and he's sound in economics. And when you look at what is going on all over the place, obedience, people are shouting, though they will play down, tell you it's only on social media, it's not about matching. But then democracy is a game of numbers. You can't look at what happened at Akwa Ibom Stadium. You are there with your people that came to support you, and all of a sudden Obi's music came up and everybody was singing. So all these things, I don't think Nigerians are in doubt of who will take them out of the woods. I don't think that is the issue now. The issue is how to vote and defend our votes. That is the issue. It's not about who will do what. Obi had been there. Look at while people are going into sick bed and coming out of sick bed, doing hide and seek and all that. Obi is going from Harvard to UK, many places, talking about what he is going to do as the president of Nigeria.
That also sounds like what all the other candidates are doing.
I've not seen that.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu just came back from UK.
Listen, you cannot bring Tinubu to sit down here and interview him.
No, don't say that. I can't bring anybody.
And he will be able to respond correctly.
Do not say that.
You cannot bring that. Look at what happened in the other time.
Why do you think I cannot do that?
I said you cannot. They cannot come, and I didn't say you cannot invite them.
No, I mean, why do you think?
They will not come.
Why do you say so?
They can't come.
Why do you say so?
Because they cannot defend their activities and all the things that are in the public space.
I think
they cannot.
You're just speculating.
I'm not speculating.
You are.
Has it been happening?
It's been happening.
Where?
We see them grant interviews here.
And Tinubu, which of them had given a live interview? Just let me.
Which of them have given a live
interview? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
To either radio or TV station.
That's interesting. I've seen that a couple of times.
Obi has been doing that. The one I watched in Arise after Obi, they invited Tinubu and Atiku. They asked them to come. Atiku did a recorded version and sent in. I think Tinubu didn't even bother to come around or to even send in a recorded interview. So what I'm saying here is that Nigerians have seen their president, and there is nobody that can stop it. The way they are saying it's not about matches, it's not about social media. I remember that Obama won his election on social media.
How did he win? How did through social media? Of course, social media is always a tool.
But people will tell you it's not. What is social media? What is that? It's nothing. You're only existing on social media. And when people started marching, they said no. It's not about marching. It's not about rallies. It's I don't know what it is all about.
But I've also equally
because democracy is a game of numbers.
Yeah.
And when people are coming out in their numbers, look at what is happening. About 10 states at a time will be organizing a 1 million man march, and each state will have up to that numbers.
But I don't know if we can solely depend, on the numbers we see, because
democracy is a game of numbers.
Yes, it's not today that we have started seeing these campaigns. Every election year we see it, and we see them come out in millions. This is a new. A lot of people will say this is a new development in the Nigerian political scene, where we have a third force that in the LP.
Have you ever seen anybody commanding the kind of crowd?
I've seen numbers. I cannot be accurate as to the numbers, but we always see the aerial views, and nobody can say for sure this is the numbers. But when you talk about campaigns, we see Nigerians come out, and like many would opine,
people can be rented.
Yes,
people can be rented.
Yes, exactly.
But when you look at what is going on, I'm part of the whole thing. I'm part of the obedient movement, so I know what is going on. People are not being bought. People are not being forced. Somebody from UK called me this morning and said, whenever I see you guys, obedience, you always ready, smile, you always smiling and happy. But when I look at other people's campaign, they always squeeze their faces.
Said you speak because you are an obedient, and I understand that.
No, but that is what is going on.
So other people are burning their faces.
I said, when people are doing things out of coercion, out of inducement, financial inducement and all that, you can't. Obi is enjoying a kind of volunteership, that the kind of people that are projecting his movement is volunteers, mostly volunteers, not people you force, not people you induce with money or cash or anything.
Anyways,
they come out on their own to support, and they're happy, hoping for a new Nigeria, believing that a new Nigeria is possible, believing that we can come out of this mess. If you look at what is going on, people, I passed through UK embassy as I was driving down here now. Over 500 people are at the gate. They're struggling to japa, according to them. Everybody is trying to run away. But that should not be. Nigeria as a country was created by God with the mind that every Nigerian, if you are called a Nigerian, you have no business with poverty. You have no business with suffering. That is the original intention of God creating this country. Because look, go through the north, everywhere you go, you see gold, mineral resources, oil in the south, everywhere. Land that you just plant something without fertilizer, it starts growing. So we have no business being where we are today. And that is why Nigerians are waking up seen a man that can take them out of the wood like Peter Obi, and nobody can stop it. And I believe when Kumuyi was saying that Nigerians must rejoice in 2023, and no elephant of a man can stand against it, I know he's talking about obedient movement.
Well, he didn't say so, though.
He didn't say so, but I believe that was what
you can believe. A PDP person can believe, an APC or an ADC person can believe whatever it is. But thankfully, our listeners span across all the political parties. Yeah. And you are speaking, of course, I understand your own biases because you believe in this movement. But there are other people, too, who have other and differing opinion. And that's why we exist, to give this platform to everyone, who feels one way or the other to express themselves. You're free to call in right now and get to respond. We're looking at the candidates, and there are the good issues, the bad, and also the in-betweens here and there. And that's what we're looking at, seated this afternoon with Mr. Innocent. He, of course, happens to be in the camp of the obedient, but what about you? What do you have to say this afternoon concerning this discussion? Let's get to have your take. You'll be given a minute plus some seconds to make your comments, and then before the end, we would have Mr. Innocent respond. So, call 0700 951 0000. WhatsApp is 080 999 30137. We would love to hear from you. Hello.
Thank you, Swat. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Mr. Member, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother.
See, I want to advise you and many of those who are supporting Obi may not be a bad man, but many of you, without apology, should take it easy. Campaign of calumny will not take you people to anywhere. I'm supporting him. I saw his record. But the way you people stand is absurd. Look at now, you are insulting Atiku. In 2019, did you call Atiku name? Did you call Atiku name? Let's assume Atiku is president today, Obi is vice president since 2019. Will you tell us that Atiku has a bad record? He has bad garbage. So you people, look at in social media. When somebody has a question, insult. Look at Reno Chris. He was in PDP, Obi was in PDP. Nobody is talking in 2019. Now that he was talking about this guy is the highest consumption. His head image start falling through on social media. Is that one good? Insulting anybody. You are insulting
all Tinubu. Right. Begin to round up.
Tinubu say, hold on. Tinubu say, Obi is his brother. You never insult him, but look at. You are wishing him dead, every one of you. Who won't lie?
All right, Adewumi, thank you. Thank you, Adewumi. Your 1 minute is up. Please try and make it very short and straight to the point. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon from Gwagwalada.
All right, go ahead.
I appreciate your guest. I love his passion. I like the way he's marketing Peter Obi. Peter Obi still remains a PDP man. He was the vice presidential candidate in last general election. It is the same Atiku who discovered him, who brought him to national stage before everybody is buying for Peter Obi. So I believe if eventually Peter Obi did not make it as Nigeria president, the question I have for your guest, will he like to serve his fatherland under Atiku government?
All right. Thank you so much, Booker. Yes, let's see some more callers who are waiting to speak their minds out. Please try and make it straight to the point. Hello? Hello?
Yes, fabulous afternoon to you, Swat.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, my name is Fabulous.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I'm going to yes. I believe 101% in the candidate called P2B, in the man called P2B. I want to believe that God is going to use this man to restore this country back to its lost glory. Even though I also agree with others who feel that there should be no name calling. Yes, I agree with that. There should not be bashing of any other party. I agree with that. But I'm saying, if we are tired of suffering, if we are tired of where we are, if we need a man who is going to take us from consumption to production, then P2B is the man. Thank you and have a good afternoon.
All right. Thank you so much. That's Mr. Fabulous there. We have somebody else waiting. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, my name is Oge. I'm from Lokogoma and I'm Obi and useful.
All right.
From there before I move forward. And then when you talk about discovery, I don't know if it's the mineral resources that you begin to discover him. I can't understand that aspect. And then secondly, I love Adewumi, but, when you say attack, only the obedient people have been physically assaulted in this nation. And nobody will say anything. Come out, they insult you, and then when obedience respond to them, they will say they are intolerant. They are this one. But you physically assaulted, almost burning a citizen of Nigeria just because he was holding a flag. I'm yet to hear any media talk about it, not to talk about the citizens, talk about it. Everybody keeps quiet. Then you insult P2B, and then his supporters, they take an exception and they respond to you. You say they are intolerant. I don't understand us.
All right. Thank you again.
Assaulting people, maiming them. Look at the cripple that they attack. Look at the other man that is still using a crutch. Is still using crutches to today. Nobody has said anything, not even the media.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, let's begin to read messages. This one said, good afternoon. The difference between Obi's supporters and candidate is that Obi's own is born out of passion and expectation for a new Nigeria, while the candidates galvanize support by duress and inducement. What happened during the PDP rally recently and those quarreling over lack of settlement during the APC summit point to the above facts. And for Obi's case, you could see people rather spending from their pockets in solidarity. Funny Mikey from Dawaki. Right, thank you so much. This one said, my name is Uncle Lion, agent of Sweet 16. I'm obedient, representing the obicracy trending movement. I want to announce to our rivals that I believe so much in his credibility and political will to deliver Nigeria from this mess. I'm warming up to celebrate Obi's victory next year. Okay, this one says, Virtue. From Aso Drive, hypocrisy of supporters of both the APC and PDP is nauseating and reprehensible to say the least. They criticize the Obi movement as they unanimously and spontaneously march across town and cities of the country. They call them all sort of unprintable and derogatory names. According to them, Obi supporters are audio only on social media and even insinuate that as soon as Bibi Nigeria starts, obedient supporters would disappear and die a natural death because they are more committed and faithful to Bibi Nigeria than Obi. Okay, wow, this is long. They then move to saying the so-called 1 million or 2 million march are fake and inconsequential because his followers don't have PVCs, and also claim millions of youth marching don't matter because Obi is not known anywhere beyond his native southeast and south states. Ironically, APC and PDP are doing the same thing they criticize. Let's stop there with the message is really long, and we have to take on more because there's so many messages coming in. But let's take this call. Hello.
Dr. Swart, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
You are doing a marvelous job. Even if you give me 1 hour, it will not be enough. My name is Mommy Z.
Welcome.
So, for your objective take on President.
Mommy Z, your line is not clear. Oh.
Yes.
Hello, Mommy Z.
Hello.
Your line is clear. Oh. Mommy, please call us back. Sorry. So sorry about that, Mommy. I mean, call us back. You have every opportunity to do so. Hello.
Good afternoon, Swart.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to your guest. Guests, don't worry yourself. Even if people don't call, if we don't call in, it's not because we're not listening. Everybody will not accept what you say. I agree with you 100%. And for someone to come and say that Atiku finally Obi, what affront? Is it today that Obi is on the scene? What he has done is speaking for him. And let me tell you, what is happening with obedience that you're talking about is not something that is not man-made. You just hear somebody, you are going out, you say, Obi, everybody will get up and start marching for him without CC. It's not easy. Come back. So what are we talking about? that obedient abuse. I'm so shocked at Adewumi. How can you say that obedient abuses other contestants? What is it that the man said that he abused somebody there? What did he say there? Have you heard the Dino Melai talk? Have you heard Kiyamo, Festus Kiyamo talk? Have you heard even all the speakers of the president speaks? What are we talking about? I beg, let us. That's what I'm saying. I said, if you're obedient, face obedience. If you are articulate, first articulate.
All right. Thank you, Tara.
Tinubu, go for Tinubu.
Thank you.
But don't come and tell me story that obedient are abusing people.
Thank you, Tara. All right. This one said the innocent issue. Your guess is not correct because this government gave innocent the best atmosphere for business and history can tell, says you, Sani. This one says, Swatkasa, for the sole fact that after his tenure as governor, Peter Obi didn't go for a senatorial position shows you this man is cut for a different cloth from the rest of our politicians. Obina from Duse Alaji. Okay. Kelvin from Kubwa said, honestly, I'm disappointed at the man speaking for obedient. I'm an obedient, but this man is not marketing his principle. Please. He's not representing us. I don't know why he thinks that way, though, but you get to respond. Elda Agada from Kubwa said, good afternoon, Swad. Peter Obi is not my choice of candidate, and he's not a saint as he's being presented by your guest. Let him tell Nigerians the economic planning of his candidate. God bless Nigeria. Don't worry, this is not a paid-for campaign, so when they pay, I'm sure they will do some elaborate, details of what their plans are. But we're just talking generally about all the candidates. Good afternoon, SWAT. Alex at Zone 5 said, even though I am obedient to the call, you're asking your guests vital questions. Well done and keep it up. Thank you so much. Robert in Abuja said, I respect Peter Obi for these few reasons, that he's the only political office holder or governor who is not on pension and did not agree to collect all manner of payments after his term. Secondly, he refused to collect sitting allowances from SEC while he was the chairman. His present character started even before he became a public figure. All right, let's see who.